Welcome to the August 2009 City Focus. On this edition, Downtown Plan Update. Tourism efforts pay off. Back to school safety. And help keep our utility system strong. These stories and more on City Focus.
Engaging the public has been a priority in developing our downtown master plan. At the latest public input opportunity, more than 110 citizens turned out at an open house to give their thoughts on the plan.
The process of creating a design and policy strategy for revitalizing downtown Round Rock took another step forward in late July as citizens offered their input on key elements of the draft plan. At the open house, citizens weighed in on the vision for the plan, proposed roadway and parking improvements for downtown, green space, historic preservation, marketing and branding, financing, and land use. Citizens offered up 40 pages of written comments, and many took advantage of the opportunity to ask questions about the plan. While most of the comments received were supportive of the proposals, some weren't, and that's okay. We want to hear from everyone affected by the plan or interested in downtown's future.
There was a lot of feedback, and not all of it's positive, of course, and I think the city's been doing a good job of taking both the positive and the negative and listening to the concerns of the neighborhood. What I like about it is that it's a comprehensive plan. They're looking at the entire downtown area. It's not an island of a couple blocks.
A lot of factors will have to come together to achieve the plan's vision of a vibrant, walkable downtown bustling with shops, restaurants, and cultural arts venues mixed with office and residential uses. It will require the right blend of zoning changes, transportation network upgrades, streetscape improvements, and more. It's a complicated process, which is why our citizen participation efforts, from scoping meetings back in 2007 to a week-long charrette in January, have been so deliberate.
Something like this is difficult for people to understand. It's even difficult for us to understand where the city's coming from. And I think the charrettes were a great way to get people up to speed, get feedback, understand what people liked, what they didn't like. I thought it was great to bring in the top quality consultants that the city has. I was surprised at what downtown could look like in 10 years or 15 years, really transformed. I think it's been a great opportunity for business owners, for all the different contingents, people who work in Round Rock, live downtown especially, to give the city feedback. And I think, based on the open house, the city's listening. It was another opportunity for people to give their feedback.
To learn more about the plan, go to our project webpage where you can download the plan documents as well as learn more about the history of the project. And it's not too late to offer your input into the plan. Go to the project blog and make sure your voice is heard.
We work hard to keep up with the tools people use to stay informed, and one that is catching on is Twitter. If you're using Twitter or thinking about starting, then you should follow us at Round Rock News.
Twitter is a free online service that helps you keep in touch with people using the web, your phone, or instant messaging. To keep up with the city of Round Rock on Twitter, follow us by surfing to twitter.com/roundrocknews. If you do not have a Twitter account, you'll see a block with information on how to join. Below that are the messages, known on Twitter as tweets, from the city of Round Rock. If you join Twitter and decide to follow Round Rock News, news items from our website, roundrocktexas.gov, are automatically posted to your page so you can see what's going on at the city. These messages are chronologically mixed in with the tweets from the other people you follow. We also post other non-news items of interest. If you're using Twitter and want to get information in short service from the city, then follow us at twitter.com/roundrocknews.
It's definitely been game on in the sports capital of Texas. Baseball, bowling, skateboarding, track and field, volleyball, soccer, and even women's football brought over 9,000 participants to Round Rock. Since May, the events brought in by the Convention and Visitors Bureau have generated over $6 million to the local economy. The sales tax revenue collected from this spending helps improve infrastructure, maintain services, and reduce property taxes. The money visitors spend at local hotels, restaurants, and stores also helps employ residents and keep our local economy strong. The services the CVB provides come at no expense to local taxpayers because it is funded entirely by hotel occupancy taxes. Now that's something we can all be fans of. To learn more about your Convention and Visitors Bureau and see what events are coming to Round Rock, visit sportscapitaloftexas.com. Game on! Is almost back in session, and that means we need to keep a sharp eye out for children on our roadways. Officer Sandy Wright has some safety tips.
Here are a few things you can do to keep the roadways around our schools safe for our kids. The number one thing you can do is slow down. It will help you be more aware. Watch for kids crossing streets not only in designated crosswalks, but in other areas as they try and get to their cars. You also always want to obey crossing guards and not block visibility by stopping in a fire lane. Follow these tips and you will have done your part to make the roads around our schools a little more safe.
Watch the news today and you can't avoid hearing about the economic crisis facing our nation. The city of Round Rock has taken a novel approach to finding ways to cut costs. Shannon McIntyre has more.
Round Rock is one of the most sales tax reliant cities in Texas. So with a continued decline in sales tax revenue, the city had to look closely at ways to save money. So we went to our best resource, our employees. All employees were asked to provide suggestions on ways the city could save money.
We took all the employees' ideas and grouped in categories and formed 7 different teams. Each team had a month to provide cost-saving suggestions. We are pleased that the teams identified $221,000 in savings. It would have been great had they found $1 million, but I think it shows that we already operate efficiently. We have formulated a team of employees to implement these ideas and be sure the good ideas don't fall through the cracks.
As our population grows, the city is working to provide the level of service our citizens expect at the best value possible.
Central Texas is in the midst of one of the worst droughts on record, but our strong utility system combined with your smart watering habits will keep the water flowing in Round Rock.
For the past 30 years, the city has worked hard to build a solid, secure water system, and the success of those efforts has proved evident in the midst of this tough drought.
The city relies on groundwater wells in Lakes Georgetown and Stillhouse Hollow for water.
While Lake Georgetown is at a low level, Stillhouse Hollow is more than 90% full, and we don't foresee needing to enact additional conservation measures.
Stage 1 of the Drought Contingency Plan is a voluntary stage that we go into every year on May 1st, and it lasts through September 30th. We ask that customers of the City of Round Rock voluntarily follow the twice-a-week watering schedule. Stage 2 essentially makes that mandatory, where our customers have to follow the twice-a-week watering schedule. They're not allowed to water during 10 and 7 on their watering day. And essentially all outdoor watering is prohibited except on their watering day.
Just because our water supply is stable does not mean it is not important to conserve. Smart watering habits not only keep your yard looking nice, they can save you and our utility system a great deal of money.
The City of Round Rock builds their infrastructure for peak day demand. That's the highest days used for that year. Residential customers have a great impact on this, as their water usage more than doubles from their winter months to their summer months. So if residential customers can conserve water and be smart with their irrigation, this helps that peak day usage go down, which it impacts all of our citizens by pushing out the need for infrastructure improvements, which helps keep our utility rates low.
Round Rock was recently ranked as the second fastest growing city in the United States, and our population growth shows no sign of slowing down. To help meet future water demand, the city is partnering with Leander and Cedar Park to secure water from Lake Travis.
When the city looks at its long-term planning to meet our future water needs, we went out and reserved additional water from Lake Travis, but also conservation plays an important role in making sure we are positioned to meet our future water needs of our city.
The number one way you can help to conserve water in the hot summer months is to follow our summer watering calendar.
The current watering calendar is a twice-a-week watering schedule with all non-residential properties watering on Tuesdays and Fridays. Residential properties that have an odd address are Wednesdays and Saturdays, and residential properties with even addresses are Thursdays and Sundays. And again, we ask that customers not water between the hours of 10 in the morning and 7 in the evening, just because it's hot, you have higher evaporation rates. And we also just request that you get on the watering schedule now, because your landscape will already be used to that twice-a-week schedule in the event we do have to go into mandatory restrictions.
Everyone hope for rain, and remember, for more information on water conservation, visit roundrocktexas.gov/waterwise.
This program brought to you with support from the Round Rock Leader. Visit us on the web at rrleader.com.